Shalom Mashpuka. We know the Most High as many things, as being many things to us. But one of the things we don't know him as is being the Avenger. The Most High is the original Avenger. And I know, even though it's in scripture, you don't hear anyone saying anything about him being the Avenger. You and I need this Avenger in our life. We need this Avenger. We have no one. We have none to avenge us. And we definitely need this Avenger in our life. So we know Marvel came out with the Avengers. You know, these are fictional characters. These characters are not real. But this Avenger that we're going to discuss and you're going to see in scripture, this one is real. And this one is the original Avenger. There is none like this Avenger. We need this Avenger in our life. And we're going to see in scripture this Avenger. Before we go into what is an Avenger? A person who exacts punishment or inflicts harm in return for an injury or wrong. We as a people, yes, we suffered and is suffering and will continue to suffer the curses of Deuteronomy 28, especially if we stay in the land of our captivity. But the captivity was over. It's over. Not 2019. Not 2019. Our captivity has been over. And see, we have many that they want to prolong their captivity. They're going to stay in their captivity. But our captivity was over when the Most High visited his people, when he visited us. And so now we need someone to avenge us because they inflict harm on us. They killed, according to the scripture, they killed more than what they should have killed. They mistreated. It's time for the captivity to be over. And just as Pharaoh, they refuse to let the people go. So we need someone to avenge us. All of the harm that was placed on our people. We need someone to avenge us. All those innocent babies being killed. We need someone to avenge us. All the women that was raped. We need someone to avenge us. All the men that was drugged by trucks and horses, drugged to their death, ripped apart by horses. We need someone to avenge us. All the men and women whipped and hanging from trees. We need this Avenger. And we need this Avenger to avenge us. All right, Deuteronomy 1:30. Yahuwah, we're supposed to know this. Your mighty one. It's him. We've been told in Torah over and over. It's him who goes before us. He will fight for us. This is when we're doing what we're supposed to do. But see, when we messed up, he gave us into the hands of our enemies. And we were put in the land to serve our enemies. We cannot serve him in the land of our captivity. They couldn't serve him when they were in Egypt. Pharaoh had to let the people go that they may serve him. Our people don't understand this. Babylonian teachers aren't teaching this. They're not teaching the word for what it is. They are no different than the Christian churches. They just give their people a little more knowledge than what you can get in the Christian churches. And it's time out for that mess. We need the word for what it is. We need the Most High's word. We need to understand what it is he's speaking to us and what it is for us to do. He will fight for you according to all he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. So we know he avenged his people when they were in Egypt. The Avenger came when captivity was over. It was over. Pharaoh he was given the command to let the people go. And he didn't let the people go. So the Most High had to bring his vengeance. Deuteronomy 31:8. And Yahuwah, he is the one who goes before you. Here we're seeing it again. He will be with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. Do not fear nor be dismayed. Now we have to understand, even when he tells us to come out of her, and many we come out and we come to a strange land. Here we go again, strangers in a strange land. He's saying he will be there with us. He will never leave us nor forsake us. But there is something that the Most High does. And when he do this, we think he's no longer with us. Isaiah 52:12. Watch this. For you shall not go out with haste, nor by flight, for Yahuwah will go before you. So we're seeing him going before us. And the mighty one of Yasharal will be your rear guard. Now he's going before us, and he will be our rear guard. He's going to be behind us, watching over us. This is what he's doing. This is the Most High. This is how he protect his people. Psalms 139:5. You have hedged me behind and before. Here we sing the same thing that Isaiah is talking about. Behind and before, and laid your hand upon me. The Most High, he has laid his hand upon his people. And that's something that I must bring out. According to how he laid, we don't understand how he laid his hand upon us, but his hand is upon his people, and his people don't know that his hand is upon them, and they have to be, the Most High have to show us, because if he don't show us, we won't believe it. But his hands is upon the righteous, not the wicked. His eye is on the wicked for their destruction, not the rebels. His eye is on the rebel for their destruction. Psalms 18:47. I'm trying so hard not to go into another message. I have to stick with this and him being the avenger. And it's very difficult right now. Psalms 18:47. It is Yahuwah who avenges me. We have to know it's him who avenges us. The government is not going to avenge us. None of the governments, none of the powers, none of the powers in the earth will avenge us. Our families are not going to avenge us. Our family needs someone to avenge us. I mean, we have been stripped of everything. And so we're vulnerable. We are very, very vulnerable. And there is no fight in us. I've said it many, many times. There is no fight in us. We've been plundered. We've been pillaged. We've been ravaged. We have to understand this. And we're weak as we can be. And so we can't even fight right now. Someone told me this just this week that we need to come together as a people and take back over control over America. That will never, as I told the person, that will never, ever happen. I can't believe some of our people think this way. The camps can't even come together. Churches can't come together. You think us waking up to the knowledge of the truth, we're going to come together and fight against what? It will never happen. We fight against each other. They will use our people to fight against us. When the military comes in, the military will be our people. Not agreeing, not understanding scripture, on the side with the wicked, and will never side with the righteous because they are against the righteous. We don't understand this. We shall never, the scripture does not say we're going to take control over our captive lands and our masters. That's not written. This person doesn't know scripture. And we have to know scripture. 2 Samuel 22:48-50. It is Yahuwah who avenges me. Once again, it's the Most High that avenges me and subdue people under me. He delivers me from my enemies. The Most High is our avenger. Make sure you know and understand he avenges you. It looks like he's not doing what you want him to do right now. We're not patient. And this is one of the things he have to teach us is patience. We want it now. We want to see things happen now. And the Most High will make us wait. So he delivers me from my enemies. You also lift me up above those who rise against me. So these rebels that rise up against us, the righteous, the Most High will be there to knock them down. You have delivered me from the violent man. We know who this violent man is. You have delivered me when it comes to us in our life, because we've been in the hands of a violent man. This violent man is Edom. This violent man is Esau. Call him what you like. This is that violent man. And the Most High will deal with this violent man. And many of us, well, whether knowingly or unknowingly, helping this violent man in his violence, killing those he shouldn't kill, and he's keeping alive those that should be killed. This is what the scripture says. And we have people on YouTube with the Bible open, teaching, calling themselves prophets and everything. They are helping the violent man. Any agent, they are helping the violent man, and they're trying to pull you and I away from the truth. They're trying to pull us into another area by any means necessary. Whatever it takes for them to get you away from this truth. This is what they're trying to do. They will do it with a newfound knowledge. This is supposed to be a newfound knowledge, but you will not find it in scripture. But this is how they trip the people up, with this newfound knowledge. And his name is nigger. You see? And the people, the weak people, go for it. So come on, strong people. Let's strengthen these weak people and make them strong. You and I, we have a job to strengthen these weak people. They come in the comment section with a weak comment. We have to strengthen them. Therefore, I will give thanks to you, O Yahuwah, among going, and sing praises to your name, because it's the Most High that avenges us. Psalms 9 and 12. When he avenges blood, we know he avenged, and we see him. He avenges blood. Only an avenger can avenge. So this makes him the avenger. When he avenged blood, he remembers them. He does not forget the cry of the humble. The humble cry out to him. When we've been through all the wickedness that they put us through, all the horrible, dark, ugly, nasty things that was done to our people, and what is done to us today, things we can see and things we can't see. They're doing things to us that the people don't see. It's not on the news. It's not on YouTube. It's in the privacy of your home. They're doing things to you and I in the privacy of our own homes. And we cry out. We cry out to the Most High. And then when the Most High avenges us, this is another problem, because we have to know when he avenges us that we don't need to be in the midst of this wicked man. But many of us, when he take vengeance, when he avenges people, we're going to be found right there with the wicked man, with the enemy. And this should not be the case. We have to know better. We have to know how to get out of his way. This is Dead Sea Scrolls. It's working now. The site is working. Page 479, fragment 3. Yahuwah will avenge himself on you for your transgressions. The Most High will avenge himself on his people, and he's going to uproot the wickedness of the wicked man. He says your designs, and he does not stand up against you to rebuke you. He's not going to stand up and rebuke the righteous, but he's going to stand up and rebuke the wicked. The wicked gets rebuked. And to dispute with you. The Most High's seat is in Shamayim, and his dominion is over the lands and the sea. Why? Because he created it. He created the land and the sea.